All right, you know what's coming. As probably don't know, Paramount and Skydance merger was officially will be completed tomorrow, July 7th, July 2025, the year after the proposed merger. I'm not sure if it's going to be complete, but maybe it's on tomorrow. But I think but the that merger completed we got delayed to next couple of months. But I'm not sure about that. But in case you don't know, Paramount Global and Skydance Media will be merged together. It's more like the difference between Disney bought 20th Century Fox, later 20th Century Studios, and Amazon bought MGM in 2019 and 2022, respectively. But the reason is because it's not Paramount and Skydance merger was going to be different. Like I know the merger companies would become a huge thing. Like I know, like I said, I don't know the comment. Like the merger with big companies, like Disney bought 20th Century Studios, media assets, like entertainment assets, but and later Warner Bros. Merged with Discovery, and of course Amazon bought NGM between 2019, 2021, and 2022, respectively. But the reason is because it happened later, probably because Warner Brothers, no, Paramount wanted to be merged with Skydance because Paramount's quite relationship with Skydance a lot. He financed great projects and TV movies and TV shows like Mission Impossible, Star Trek, Terminator, and Top Gun, and along and GI Joe, I think, and along others. Oh, Transformers! Don't forget Transformers. Yeah, you heard me right. But the thing is, Paramount has a struggle for over the years. After post 2019 CBS and Viacom, formerly Viacom, merging with CBS, not only CBS, Viacom CBS, and later renamed it as Paramount Global, that had already yet to struggle. The most highest grossing movie was of Paramount history for years is Top Gun Maverick. It was a huge, the movie gone success, but the thing is Paramount are not happy for the result losses between the film productions. But Skydance, you have a quite relationship, but even all the released movies and TV shows like Reacher and a lot of others, and Alex Quad's series on Prime Video. But the reason because then they need to do something better. Now I know that Paramount haven't released more like films and different kind of content for the parent company Paramount Global. It's also a owner of TV station CBS. And the Skydance was for co-finance films for Paramount as well as the films including like as I mentioned like the movies like um, Star Trek. Mission Impossible and Terminator and Top Gun and a lot of others was pretty much the a turning point of the studio. And it also recently the new Oh God 2 was pretty much divided. It even gotten success on Netflix. And even the same came out the same day as another film called Hated States. Film was John Cena and Idris Elba. It was on Prime Video. And funny enough, it produced by Peter Safran, co-heads of DC Studios with James Gunn. It was from Warner Bros. Discovery. So there's that. But in fact, the reason that Paramount and Skydance merger was pretty much going to be rumors. There's first proposed we going to be merged. They hadn't agreed to the companies need to acquire Paramount, like Sony Pictures, Warner Bros. Discovery, Apollo Global Manager, Edward Province Jr., and Allen Media Group. Alan is was an owner of the TV station, the Weather Channel, as well as the TV show called The Iron Brothers Show and the Iron Brothers Comedy Program that's on CBS. Yeah, but it replaced with the After Midnight. So I think After Midnight was canceled because of low ratings. But anyway, that but I heard that Sky Paramount will might be merged together in May. So, but then in June, he decides he dropped the merger entirely, and he never and it fled and the net and unfortunately, it was on it wasn't because of the reasons that he had problems with Redstone. But a month later, he decides, you know what? Screw it. Let's do merge all together. And here we go, July 2nd, and the agree and reach an agreement. So there's that, and days later, they approved the merger. So, but the reason that Skydance and Paramount merger was going to be uh, approval on will be completed that year. So there's a two problems. Number one, lawsuit between Don 60 Minutes interview from CBS News, including Kamala Harris and the current president Donald J. Trump. Now, in case you don't know, Bill Radican interview with the Vice President Kamala Harris on 60 Minutes. He had an interview with the relationship with Israel and the ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict. But they asked her, and a week later, he decided to file a lawsuit, and the decisions that FCC has to do with this 60-minute conflict, and especially Donald Trump was becoming president. Then in December that year, that Donald Trump became the president, that he decided to file a lawsuit between CBS and the parent company Paramount Global to do something related with the Kamala Harris interview on 60 Minutes, because the on behalf of the SEC by Storm and these guys all were required by approval, because the reasons that Donald Trump the legislation has to do with this problem now with compete with Kamala Harris, who's supposed to win. But but eventually in July that year, that agreed Paramount would settle a lawsuit, and they agreed to $60 million settlement. But unfortunately, that Trumps were not happy for that, even Paramount Global. But the reason, because Paramount are not happy about the merger. Even it's like, this merger was that's settled a lawsuit because it hurt Paramount and Skydance merger. So, but the but I think that even as I'm blaming Donald Trump is he's a douchebag president. He's a nonsense president who hanging with Elon Musk. And I did a lot of couple of videos on the channel, mostly for late night clips. But this is not a political channel. But I'm not Trump supporter, so there's that. But the second reason, because of the Skydance and problem with Skydance, Paramount Skydance merger, was South Park season 27 got delayed because of Paramount and Skydance merger. Because Trey Parker and Matt Stone, creators of South Park, slammed Paramount Skydance merger for obvious reasons. Because it might going to be agreement very soon, like I said, tomorrow or something. But announced on Twitter, formerly known X, formerly known as Twitter, and calling the Paramount Skydance merger was a shit show, and that is the F up South Park. And he said in a statement, in response of the press release of Comedy Central about the change in the premiere date of South Park, Trey Baker and Matt Stone said, and this merger was a shit show, and it's F up South Park. We all at the studio working with the new episodes, and we hope that fans will get to see then in Soho. Now, if you know, the South Park was airing on the Comedy Central and streaming on the yet announced changing to was HBO Max from Warner Brothers Discovery, and later changed to Paramount Plus. It's a streaming service owned by Paramount Global, now New Paramount. But I don't know. South Park was supposed to be a funny show for all the adults. But the problem, the merger between Paramount and Skydance make no sense. Like, I don't trust Seriously, I don't South Park, especially creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I don't know if if this show was got premiered because boycott what Paramount and Skydance. This show don't trust. There's no one sense, and I think Paramount and Skydance merger would be fine. But problem is, it was the evil douchebag that mostly common with Warner Bros. Discovery. There's a merger between that companies, cancel all the shows, and then it's led by the CEO and Charles. But that's what people want. And I said that in common with Warner Bros. Discovery, because he had a merger between two companies, between Warner Bros. Discovery and then Paramount Skydance. They have a CEO in charge. Between Warner Bros. had David Zaslav, and Paramount-Skydance had David Ellison, founder of Skydance, of course, and they canceled all the projects and TV shows and movie stuff. Like I know Warner Bros. Had Bad Girl and Scoop Holiday summer movie or something, and Coyote versus Acne was later picked up by the great company Catch Up Entertainment. Was and the film company was basically to pick up some movies got delayed and they got picked up by the indie company, but then Warner but Sky Paramount and on the other hand was different. Most notable is the Tiny Chef Show. Now, Tiny Chef Show is was in a social media show was on the Nickelodeon, but he's gone popular on the social media. Was impressed by the British actress Florence Pugh. Now it's on Nickelodeon. He got a lot of gotten good feedback, and especially mostly for children. But the problem is Skydance Paramount merger was gone through the roof and decided to cancel the show entirely. But someone, Kawaii Mission Second Mission, that's a cool title, that's a good username, made videos about that, and two videos in the description below. There's a Tiny Chef what has been canceled and Tiny Chef has been saved. But I think there's not a reason we call like, oh, this is going to be like save Coyote versus Acme territory. Like this is not. It's just more. It's got short lived, and he got a lot because a lot of fans would support it, even gone crowdfunding, and here we are. The deal was completed because of Paramount Skydance merger because the show was saved even on social media. It was not on TV, but for me, I respect Nickelodeon is like this pretty defiant. Like Cody vs. Acme was saved by indie studio with release date coming next year, but this could be more like different. Like it sell off to another streaming service like Disney Plus or Netflix or Prime Video, but I think the Tiny Chef is one of the popular shows you're familiar with. Like I say, he was praised by feedback by actress Florence Pugh, and especially Billie Eilish was a fan because he did "I'm a Bad Guy" duh song. So I think that I respect Tiny Chef's show was part. And other notable cancels like MTV Movie and TV Awards was also canceled since 2023. We got because of strikes in 2023, and 2024 had a lot to do with that. And 2025 had the between minutes Paramount Skydance merger. But the other shows were probably got canceled, including and especially after midnight was all again the merger Skydance and Paramount merger, especially low ratings. But I hope it's not. But even the merger was completed. But I think the problem is like it's between Warner Bros. This company and Paramount Skydance merger like that type thing. But if not, I hope it's not going to be happening. But I think no, this is might be the dumbest decisions I haven't know. This is going to be more like a type Warner Bros. Discovery light thing. I know if you know, I boycott Paramount and Skydance stuff because the merger between Paramount and Skydance merger was deliberate that even a Donald Trump hating us. Like he got a lawsuit with Donald Trump. But the thing is, and especially South Park creators. But the problem, the Skydance and Paramount merger was a lot of problems like in common with Warner Bros. Discovery, most specifically David Zaslav, because David Ellison was become the new David Zaslav or Micah Eisner. Or heck, Disney CEO before leaving in a few months was Bob Iger. But for me, if Paramount and Skydance merger was completed, I boycott him. We boycott everything between all the Paramount, Nickelodeon, CBS, and any other Paramount and Skydance properties. But for me, I want to know. I'm going to start a boycott myself. Much like boycott WBD and fire and hashtag fire David Sassoff, I could do better. So let's boycott everything. And anyone, if Paramount and Skydance merger was completed, I boycott right now. So let's do it together. Hashtag boycott Paramount and Skydance. Or hashtag boycott Paramount and hashtag boycott Skydance. And fire and hashtag fire David Ellison. So we make the hashtag together. So let's give it a chance. If Paramount Skydance merger was going to be completed in some point in the end of and come out tomorrow or even the few months, I have officially become the boycotting Paramount and Skydance company. So let's bring it, and especially CEO David Ellison. Let's boycott together. Hashtag boycott Paramount and Skydance, and hashtag boycott Paramount, hashtag boycott Skydance, and hashtag fire David Ellison. Make the hashtag work. Okay? Let's make heck of it. But for me, if Skydance Paramount Skydance merger was completed, I was going to say you need to go to be another WB David Sassa situation. So let's do it again. For the last time, hashtag boycott Paramount and Skydance, hashtag boycott Paramount, hashtag boycott Skydance, and hashtag fire David Ellison. There's that. So that's our topic for today. But I hope it's going to be happening tomorrow, I think. But let's do it happen. So until next time, keep you watching. Thank you for listening. Have a great 4th of July weekend to all the Americans. And I'll see you guys later with a new video. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.